yes, it does have a lot of diversity. Yes, it does have a lot of culture in it. You know, a mixture of a lot of cultures in here. Yes, they put some slight, social commentary here and there, very slight. But the biggest thing with this movie, they have diversity. Once where a big deal is made over anything about anybody's race, background, culture, sexual agenda, anything like that, our gender. What they did was they told a good story. Go on over to dtmerch.com. Show some love to us by getting that merch that we have available for you. Check us out. Double Toasted live in Atlanta. That's going to be September 2nd for a night of comedy games and the after party that we have going on for you. That's going to be at the Marriotta's new theater in the square. All right, let's talk about this thing that I gathered you here today for, sir. So, a lot of people can't wait for anything slightly diverse to fail. just sitting back, just hating. Just a drop of black or brown. You put a penis in the wrong place where they supposed to be. Oh, don't bring them bitches up in here. Women, just a little something, a little drop of diversity, and they cannot wait to drop that phrase. Go woke. Go broke. You see, it's cool because it rhymes. Did you see what I just did? Meaning that if you, in their perception of these people out here who like to drop that phrase, if you force your culture on them, your liberal agenda, then it's deafening. It's God damn it, what are you gonna say? It's destined.
Oh.
I know Mark like, damn, you took that long time.
I mean, you have to so open. I was like, I don't know.
Oh shit, Mark was waiting in suspense. Well, that was the most anticlimactic thing right there. Ooh, what's it gonna be?
Well, I was ready for the assist, and you hadn't thrown the ball.
Yeah. Like trying to start a car. Destined. It is destined to fail. It is destined to not make any money. It's going to affect profitability because people reject it. Because people don't want your culture. People don't want your diversity. People don't want, your perverted, nasty, gay ass on, affecting my kids out here. That's what they think.
No, literally.
Yeah. You drag queens say, hey, I'm going to tell y'all something. Statistically, you're more likely to be raped by a priest than you are a drag queen.
Or a gym coach.
Or you are a gym coach. One of the tough ones too. The ones I always talking about, they hate the gays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But, we all know what it really means. It really means that people don't like change. Right. For all different kind of reasons out there. Change, anywhere from change is just scary, which it can be scary for all of us. But then, they're getting threatened now by not seeing themselves in the main position, being the main star.
In everything.
Because
they are still in 90% of the things that come out.
Oh, but Martin, they chipping away at it.
No.
I mean, that's how it starts. You take it for granted, and one day, next thing you know, it's all black and brown and gay. Do you really want that? They don't like certain groups starting to be socially accepted. Mm-hmm. People see a lot of things that they don't agree with all of a sudden being normalized. It goes against their lifestyle. It goes against their agenda. Y'all know how this works, man. And they've seen things be a certain way for so long that when they see something that doesn't look like them up there, it just looks it just throws me off.
Yes. And rather than me adapting to it, I need it to all just go away.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, yes, you're also most likely to be probably touched or groped or raped by a straight politician. Mm-hmm. Than you are any of these drag queens out here. And I'll be fair, man. Yes, diversity attempts have caused a huge loss of money for some people out there. We had that whole Bud Light debacle because they brought in that trans person that they put on the can. There she is right there. But let's be fair though. It doesn't really mean diversity is bad. It just means like you just have a lot of shitty people drinking your beer.
Exactly.
You got a lot of assholes who are your customers. That's what it is. So you know that these people, you know they were ready. You know they had that phrase, cocked and loaded. They were ready to fire that shit off when that Spider-Man came out.
So are you like a cow or a Dalmatian? I am the Spot.
It's not funny.
Oh, they talking all that Spanish too. Oh no, that's too much. No. English, bitch, English. Speak English or get out of this country. Yeah, man. Yeah, they said. I mean, and some people saw this. They said, "Oh, they gone too far now. Oh, they got even more black and brown in here, and now you speaking all that Spanish and everything. Oh, you know this is gonna fail. Oh, you know this is gonna go broke." And then they're like, "God damn it, that little black son of a bitch did it again. Went out and made that money, man. What is this? 2 times? Why does this keep happening? What's wrong with America right now, man?" Listen, I would say this. I understand that confusion. I really do. I 100% understand that confusion. I'm gonna get into, and this is a whole discussion as to, because we've been talking about these movies that have been bombing and failing. Let's talk about something that's winning. And winning in spite of what people are saying about why certain things are not doing well.
Sure.
By the way, I want to thank you so much before we get into this discussion here. I want to thank Clee65. You gave me so many laughs for years, so thank you so much for getting me through hard times and drop $5 right there in that hyper chat. Thank you so much for that. Hope you enjoy this discussion right here. So, Martin pointing that bubbly over there. Yeah. He's like, I'm getting ready for this. Ooh, this is going to be good. Let me get my drink on so I can talk some shit. So, looking at this, man, and really, anytime I can go and prove just how much these people who love to drop that word woke or that phrase, go woke, go broke, just to prove how full of shit they are, I would take that opportunity to do so, because half the time all the time, they don't know what they're talking about.
Sure.
They don't know the definition. They don't know the history. Yeah. They just know that Fox News said it, this person said it, this politician said it, Trump said it.
Well, it's that selective bias or confirmation bias where you go like, see, they went woke, they went broke. It's like, yeah, but this over here didn't go woke and it went broke too.
And it failed too.
Yeah. Like, how come you ain't pointing that out?
If you ask a lot of people, what does the word woke mean? They don't know. They just saying shit. They just they're following the crowd.
Well, everybody who uses it now is an asshole. Like everybody who initially used it, they meant it for something, and now, but they've long passed it up, and now everybody using it. Like they telegraph what they're about by just using the term to begin with.
Yeah, shit. I mean, you talking about like go woke, go broke. Damn, Indiana Jones is the ultimate white man.
Exactly. There's nothing woke in that movie.
No, ain't nothing woke. And I'm gonna tell you, the thing that's probably the most woke, they killed that shit early on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So explain to me why something like this is failing, but why everything else that you don't like or disagree with, or something has just a hint of color or doesn't agree with your sexual orientation or whatever, why does that always have to be woke? And that's the reason why it failed. Because you're full of shit, man. And like I said, this movie is about the wokest movie that's out there right now when you look at it. I mean, if you look at your leads up in this film right here, man. It's your lead in this movie. He's let me find a clip right so you can see exactly what we're talking about. Your lead in this movie is a Black and Puerto Rican kid whose parents are in an interracial relationship. Well, as long as she ain't white, it's okay. Whose parents are in an interracial relationship. And this kid that you see in this movie, he's sharing a story with a female lead, Gwen Stacy.
Possible love interest.
Possible love interest. I mean, listen, they already got a little too close for some people. Shit, they sat too close to each other. They rub shoulders.
Yeah, like lean on one another.
Yeah.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some people already don't like this right here. They're fighting off by the way, the leader of all the Spider-Man out there, Miguel O'Hara, who's a Mexican-Irish dude. Yeah. And some white people still don't like Irish. So this is still a double whammy right here, man. His sidekick is a pregnant black chick. Yeah. But wait, there's more. There's more. But wait, there is more. Keep in mind, the movie stops. The movie stops to highlight, do a whole segment about Indian Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Who are you?
I'm glad you asked, new guy. My name is Pravitra Prabhakar. I live in Mumbai.
Wait a minute, the Indians took over New York. They stopped the movie to highlight a whole New York taken over by nothing but Indians. They called it Mountbatten. And on top of that, just for dessert right here, keep in mind that the breakout fan favorite here is a black punk rocker.
Spider Punk.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. Oh, you should see the movie, man. Have you seen it? Oh, it's a great film, man. You should go see it.
Amazing film.
The most traditionally white character in the movie is Peter Parker.
Yes.
He's not even that much.
And he's a house husband.
Yeah.
He's not even in the film that much, honestly.
He's not in the movie that much, but he plays a big role in the movie. Sure. And I'm just to show you how these people who always drop woke, just to show you how they think. This is no matter how they try to come across as, no, my criticisms are fair. It has nothing to do with, these people don't look like me. I just don't feel like people should have their agendas forced on other people. They're full of shit.
It's every time somebody starts a sentence with like, listen, I'm not trying to sound racist or anything.
Here comes the bullshit.
But
Here come the racists.
the minute that sentence starts, you just brace. You're like, all right,
here we go. Here we go. I just had a conversation with somebody in Mexico talking about, I'm not racist, but I'm going to say some of the most racist shit right now that I don't even realize is racist. But, these people are claiming not to be woke and whatnot, and they're just doing this because, or I don't want everybody else to be woke because I don't want your agenda forced on me.
Yeah.
They're full of shit because I already heard this from about 3 people who don't even have an association with each other. Mm-hmm. One of them, I'm not going to say his name, but he was just in town hanging out with us. And he said he went to go see this with this friend of his. And the guy he said, you know what, the movie's cool, but I don't like what they did in there. But what? I don't like they did with Peter Parker.
What?
Okay, what was wrong with Peter Parker?
Peter Parker?
Oh, you made the white man goofy. That's what they said. You make the white character goofy.
Did they not see the first movie?
Who cares? They probably did, but they already have it in their mind. See, what they have in their mind is, and this proves what happens with people. It's already. This is why images in media really matter, man. Mm-hmm. This is why representation matters, as I always say, because with them, all of these people, they were used to seeing, the black people as sidekicks, as the comic relief,
Right.
to them. That, a guy like this was supposed to be the lead.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the hero. He was supposed to be serious. Meanwhile, make no doubt, if Peter Parker had been a black character and had been on the side cracking jokes, being funny, and had not been the center of attention, and, if you put him in blackface, right, they wouldn't have had a word to say.
They would have loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, he was my favorite part.
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
It always made you feel good when he came on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was his job, to be the magical.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Meanwhile, Gwen Stacy, very white, not goofy at all, but hey, never mind. Let's forget about her.
But she's a chick.
He's his chick, yeah.
And I'm talking about things with dick smart. I ain't talking about her. And again, that's another thing. I mean, I really don't want, because I want people to know that I don't have an agenda myself. I think equal representation is important for everybody out there. There's a lot of people don't get that. They get that if something, if you're on the come up, you trying to take what I got. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, this is even playing ground. But some people don't want that. Yeah. It almost feels like people are losing power when that happens. Mm-hmm. So that, but that's why I say things have, as far as, it's also just, it's just history, man. It's, society has been trained, especially the ones who have always been, in power, to see certain things a certain way. White males have always been, the ones to run things. So that's why I don't even like looking at white females get ahead. Because, they feel like it's chipping away at some sort of perceived power that's there. Sure. Well, not even perceived, it's there, but, and it ain't really gone. Right? So.
Right. And there's still that perception of, well, the man is the one who has to take care of the family. So it's okay that women are put in a subservient or lesser role or make less money.
Exactly.
And it's like, that's not the world we live in anymore.
No, it's not. It is not. And listen, and again.
For the better.
Yeah, no, exactly. And again, I will be fair here. because I hate to say it, but people blaming woke for failure, in some cases, kind of have a point. And I'm not trying to look. The last thing I want to do is make them feel like they're right. But there's some cases where they kind of have a point. Maybe I don't agree with them to the extent that they're taking it. But when they talk about things feeling forced, I agree to a certain extent. That has happened.
Oh, it happens all the time.
We bring this example up all the time. Even got hate for it from some people. But I still hold my opinion to this, man. We all remember 2016 when they came out with the all women Ghostbusters.
There are people out there that need our help. We can provide a real service.
No, you can't. You can't. I'm gonna tell you, because I have nothing. All women Ghostbusters. All right, I have nothing against that. If it felt like it was natural, or the story felt like it was something that accommodated that. But looking at this right here, this was a case where it did feel forced.
Well, I would counter that and say just the writing on this was bad. So even if you had all males in those roles, it still would have been a bad movie.
Yeah, and no, it would have, but I would even go as far as to say that having all women Ghostbusters didn't help.
It felt more like a gimmick the way they did it.
That's what I mean.
And then they doubled down on well, if you didn't like it, it's because you're a misogynist. And it's like, no, I'm fine with it being all women, but what you wrote was shitty.
No, and that's what it's not any. If you had man in this, it would just be another almost just a shitty remake of Ghostbusters. Yeah. But it still didn't help that they had all women there, because you're right. It felt like a gimmick right there. It felt like the director just wanted to do this, and this didn't. Like an experiment. Yeah, but no one was calling for this. It didn't feel natural that they made this all women, because there had been so many people who had so many good ideas for Ghostbusters, and all of a sudden they do this, and it's like, all right, well, I don't want to seem like I'm a sexist. Don't want to seem like I'm sitting up here going against women, because I'm all for a woman. I'm all for a woman anything. But if it doesn't feel natural, or if as you said, it feels gimmicky, then it feels forced. And it did feel forced because this director loves working with all these women.
Yeah.
I will tell you this though. My point by pointing out things being forced, like that Ghostbusters right there, anything else you can think of. That's the reason why I think this movie is so successful. I have to catch myself. I was about to say universe again. Into the Spider-Verse, man. See, the thing with this is that, yes, it does have a lot of diversity. Yes, it does have a lot of culture in it. A mixture of a lot of cultures in here. Yes, they put some slight, social commentary here and there. Very slight.
So you can't say, oh, my Spider-Man is being replaced by somebody black. It's like,
that's still there.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yep.
He's showing like, hey, it's just a new generation. Next one was not that popular, or it was a long time ago. Especially like if you make a bad movie, but then you make a sequel. Even if your sequel's better, people just remember the first one. They don't want to come out.
Yeah.
If you have a surprisingly good first movie, everybody shows up for the next one.
Yeah, it's a very tight rope to walk with a film like this, because, Miles' culture and color and everything, and his background is a big part of who he is. But I think the thing they did in this movie is that they didn't shy away from it, but they didn't highlight it.
Yeah,
they didn't put it front and center. That really could have been any character. You'd have to probably do some adjustments. But can you tell this story with the white character as well as a black, brown character, or a gay character, or a female character? You can do that here. You don't really have to have Miles here. But what they did was, we do have Miles, and what they did was they just embraced his culture. They didn't stop the movie to say, "Hey, I'm black, y'all." You know what I mean? I think that is cool the way they did that. It didn't shy away from that. It was very proud of what it was and who these characters are and where they're from. But it wasn't a big deal. Unlike something like where the big selling point with the hate. I'm not picking on this movie. It's just what I have as an example right here. With something like Ghostbusters, that was the highlight.
Yeah,
they're all females.
Yeah,
right.
And they didn't. That was not a big highlight for a movie like this, especially when say woke.
Yeah, and they're very short-sighted, because this whole, I'm going to shoot up cans, I'm going to do all this to make you stop highlighting it. It's like, well, these people are, we've been revealed. We're out here now.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to go back into hiding.
That's what I say about this whole thing. Whether you like diversity or not, oh shit, they shooting. No, it's firecrackers. Whether you like diversity or not, you get I'm gonna put it straightforward to you like this. This is the best way that I can tell you. Just break it down. But forget Spiderman and all this kind of stuff. Let me just break it down to you real quick on how it really is. You get a mixture of people together in a certain space, they're gonna each other. All right. That's
we didn't long enough.
I mean, two examples right there. These
we not no examples like that.
Yeah, you are. They believe me. They love diversity. You had slave owners who brought in, their livestock, their property, and said they're not human. Wouldn't even go near them. Treat them like the animals that they are. But every now and then, master got to look at that black ass and say, well, shit, I got to give me a little something of that. And since I'm running things, she can't say no. So don't even think like all these guys who were sitting here talking about like I would, back then it was separate and equal. No, it was rape for some of these people to because they wanted that something that was different so much.
Sure. And the whole trying to suppress anything queer, it's not like you're making it go away. You might make it hidden, but what you're doing, you're setting your son or daughter up to marry somebody who's queer, who's gonna come out later in the marriage and wreck everything and make them miserable the whole time.
That gay G is out the bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, it ain't going back. I mean, I'm sorry, people. Once you get to a certain level, this shit ain't going nowhere.
Because you've seen older women who married a guy who was gay, and they either have to live with knowing that their husband is sneaking out at night, and they're probably just not having sex, and they're not even happy with it.
Oh, I do even. Yeah, that is true. Very much.
Because a friend of ours got married, and I got to go to the wedding rehearsal and got to see his aunt and her husband.
Alert from software update.
Sorry.
And he was just as flamboyant as he could be. And the wife was just there, just so tight and everything. And I was like, oh my God, what has her life been this whole time?
Yeah, she might be getting some shit on the side too, They might have an arrangement.
And the son was a carbon copy of him.
Oh, he gay too.
Yeah. He looked like him and just as,
And just got a little shit in his ass too.
No. A lot.
A lot.
I don't care for that expression you use, but yes, it was just like, wow.
I don't know why people are so upset about gay people. If they ain't bothering you, it's none of your business.
Exactly. No, nobody's actually trying to shove their lifestyle down your throat.
And it's really horrible what they're doing right now because the Supreme Court has struck down any discrimination against gay people, which means that wherever they go, they can be turned down by a business. And so many people out there want to stick it to the gays. Some of y'all literally, those on the down low. But the way, you want to see the gays get it so bad that you don't understand that could come back on you one day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just letting you know. Oh, yeah. So, all you, let me talk to these brothers out here. Are you black dudes talking about, I don't care anyway. It don't affect me. They gay, not me. Well, let you walk up in somewhere with your white woman one day, and they're like, I don't like this arrangement, this interracial relationship.
It goes against my religion.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I just don't like it. You know what? I'm not serving you. It's my right. Supreme Court says so. Damn, I thought y'all talking about Spiderman. We are. It's all related.
It's gonna happen to Miles one day.
Yeah.
He's cool now because he hasn't had his nigga wake up call.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna be militant.
Yeah, that's him right now. What you mean my white girlfriend can't come in here?
Right on time.
Yeah, right on. Hey, what you mean we gotta go? People shooting up bud cans like because this chick is on the can. I will even say this to you. I think it was kind of a misguided marketing plan anyway to put any TikTok person on the can.
I know. I was like, that would be a reason to shoot it up. I'd be like, yeah, okay, go for it. But it is the kind of thing where, something you brought up is that Bud Light has been catering to this asshole culture for so long.
For years.
Yeah.
They should have known that.
They should have known. That's why it's like these chickens coming home to roost.
Yeah. Shit, and they drinking Bud Light. That's why I said, man, y'all got so mad about that. When they went back and started making like these, hillbilly ass tough guy ads now, it's like, I'm kind of behind y'all on that because y'all shouldn't have been trying to do that anyway. Right. It's just trying to bring this chick up in here. I don't know why. I had nothing against that, but y'all know that. Come on now.
And she probably doesn't drink Bud Light.
No.
If she's going to drink a beer, it's probably a fancier craft beer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, she did.
It's going to be a oatmeal stout or an IPA.
Yeah, she's hanging out at some goddamn brewery in New York or something,
Yeah,
man.
some kind of sour beer.
Yeah. Yeah, she's over in Brooklyn somewhere.
Right.
Drinking some fruit ass beer. She ain't drinking no Bud Light. Come on now. Shit, anybody, hey, if you got class, you ain't drinking Bud Light. Come on.
They trying to make us have class now?
Yeah. So ain't nothing but rednecks shooting up these cans. Y'all should have done that shit in the first place. I would have told them straight up, don't do this shit. Because you know who drinks this old country ass beer. Mocha Muffin Man theory. A lot of metrosexual hipsters are showing their alt-right colors ever since COVID. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. But when there's a crisis, a lot of people will head right or alt-right.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Yeah, a lot of these people that were supposed to be liberal hipsters and all that kind of stuff.
They were liberal hipsters when they could afford to be, when there was nothing challenging that.
Yeah.
But, you get something like 9/11 or COVID, and then they're like, well, man, you got to think about it. I got to be safe. I got to be secure. Shut up.
Yeah.
You're weak. You're a coward.
Yeah,
Everybody can do the right thing when it's easy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about gay people when I say it either. I just, it's not, being gay is not bad. It's worse when people, what's really homophobic is when people call that shit out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't think that they're, homophobic, but they say, hey, man, that's some gay shit you said. It's like, all right, man, you got a problem.
Yeah. I love you, man. No homo. Why was that even part of the equation?
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. Get some better friends.